As promised, this is my handheld collection video. And yes, I shaved my head. I've been doing it since 2019 and it's kind of become a ritual at this point. I do it like a few times a year. So yeah, let's get into my handheld console collection. Okay, so let's start from the PSP consoles. Right here, I have the black PSP, the 3003 model, and this is basically my main PSP, the one I use the most. It's the one I already showed you in my PSP video, but it's not the only one I have. So here I have the gray version as well. And now you might be wondering, why didn't I show you this one instead in my PSP video? Well, the reason is quite simple actually. First of all, it doesn't have a battery anymore, because the one I had in this PSP broke. I mean, it didn't really break. It got like inflated. Is that how you say it? It became bigger, and I noticed it because the lid wouldn't really close anymore. So I had to throw that, because even though it still worked, I know that it's dangerous to have like inflated batteries, to use inflated batteries. I don't even know if that's the right word. But yeah, unfortunately I don't have a battery for this one anymore. I'm gonna get one in the future, but for now I'm actually just using the black PSP. And the reason is also because this one is a bit more beat up. I don't know if you can see it on video. It has like a few scratches on the screen, especially on this side of the screen. This one was used. The black one I have is from my childhood, and it was brand new when I got it, but this one was used, so it has like a few scratches and stuff. This is very cool because of the color, because it's silver, but it's gone through a lot. So I just prefer my black one because it's in better condition. So next up I have the PSP Street model. This one is actually somewhat rare in the US for some reason. They mostly sold it in Europe. You can find it very easily here. It was also used, and it's also like a bit scratched. It has a few scratches on the screen, and there's also like some dust under the screen. I don't know if it's visible. Honestly, this is my least favorite PSP model. It's big, it's like huge. It looks like the fat PSP model, but it isn't. And it's also a bit more heavy. I don't know, I just find it a bit more uncomfortable. It's not as light, as I said, as the PSP 3000, but it works fine. It has the micro SD thing right here instead of the side. Like, the difference is actually quite visible. This one is light, is also like very slim, and this one is a bit more heavy and just bulkier. And also it has like a few touch buttons on the front, which honestly I prefer the actual like normal buttons. I don't really like touch buttons because they usually break easier. The PSP Street, it's cool. My brothers use it mainly because I don't really use it anymore, but I have it, so I wanted to show it to you. And that is already like 3 different PSPs, and it's not all of them. There's still another one left, but this is all like PSPs that I have collected over the years. I never really sold any of them and stuff, so that's why I have so many of them. But yeah, as I said, there's still another PSP left. It's the PSP Go. I know that a lot of people hate it for some reason, like they think it's the most uncomfortable one. I think it's actually like so cool. You can turn it on just by sliding it upward. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there you go. It looks like one of those phones that came before the smartphones, and I just think it's such a unique design for a console. You can clearly tell that they wanted to make this to replace the phone, which is kind of funny nowadays, because with the smartphones now we try to use all this old tech to replace it because we are so fed up with it. And back then they really tried to do the same thing, but for different reasons. Basically, they wanted to make a device that was as close as possible to a phone, but didn't, basically you couldn't really call people with it or text people with it, but you could do a lot of stuff. The PSP is a multimedia device, so you can store music and pictures and videos on this, and you can play games. It's really cool. I already talked about the PSP. I love it so much. But yeah, this one is very, very nice, and I've been using it actually a lot. I'd say my favorite one is the PSP 3000, but this is like a close second. This comes right after the PSP 3000, and since I don't have like huge hands, I actually think this is quite comfortable. If you have bigger hands though, I can definitely understand that it might not be for you, because it's like you have to be a bit cramped up with your hands. I don't know if that's even the right way to describe it, but you have to be like this to play it. So, I mean, I understand why some people dislike it, but for me, this is actually such a cool console. Also, look at my wallpaper. How cute is that? This is the PSP I was talking about in my video that supports Bluetooth, so you can play with your PS3 controller on this console, which is really cool. So if you find it uncomfortable to handle, you can just, you know, use the PS3 controller instead. That was every single PSP I own. I have quite a few PSPs. This is all of them. I mainly use these two PSPs, but I'd like to use the silver one as well. I just need to get a new battery. But yeah, now let's move on to the Nintendo handhelds. I'm going to start with my very old DS Lite. It's the black DS Lite, and I love it. It's in such great conditions, but unfortunately, when I turn it on, you can see there's the green light, but there's nothing on the screen. So I think the screen is actually broken. I don't really know what I'm gonna do with it, since I do have a few other Nintendo consoles as well. I'm going to show you right now. So yeah, this was my first Nintendo DS, and unfortunately the screen doesn't work anymore, even though it's in such amazing conditions. As you can see, there's no real scratches and stuff. The buttons right here have become a bit yellowish, but the rest is like, everything else is so nice. It looks really good. So yeah, it's such a shame. It also just suddenly died on me. I don't know why. One day I went to turn it on and the screen was just black. But fortunately, I do have another Nintendo DS Lite, which is this one. It's the silver Nintendo DS Lite. The black one I got brand new when I was younger, and this one was used. So this one has a few scratches and stuff. I also shared this one with my brothers, and that always means that the console is going to be a bit scratched, a bit beat up and stuff. So yeah, the screen is a bit scratched. It's silver, just like the PSP. It looks really good in my opinion. And what can I say? The pen just fell down. It doesn't really hold the pen inside anymore. I don't know why. If I just do this, it falls. So that's unfortunate. Even though it's scratched and it's beat up and all of that, it still works fine. And that's honestly what's important. Now let's get into another Nintendo DS I own. It's the black DSi. This was also used, but it's actually in pretty good conditions. Like, it's good enough. It also works fine. And I've been using this for quite a while. I really like it. It misses the Game Boy thing on the bottom of the console, but I don't have any Game Boy games, so I don't really care about that. I don't know what else to say. Can you tell that I'm more of a PlayStation girl? I think you can. But I do like the Nintendo DS. I think a picture of my brother just showed up on the DSi. But yeah, I always loved the DS. I mainly played like Nintendogs, New Super Mario Bros. And Cooking Mama on it. So, but yeah, it was fun, honestly. And I still use it from time to time. Sometimes I play New Super Mario Bros. With my girlfriend. We play on two different Nintendo DS's, and we play together online, and it's still fun even to this day. Now let's get into I think it's the last handheld I own. This went by fast. Okay, so the last one I actually saved up because I think it's really cool. It's honestly probably my favorite one of all of them, at least in terms of look. You can kind of see it in here, and it's this one. It's the 2DS, and it's the pink version, and I think it looks so nice. It looks so cute. I know that not a lot of people have the 2DS. Most people have the 3DS or the new 2DS. But yeah, this one and also this one, these two consoles used to be my girlfriend's, and since she wasn't really using them much, she gave them to me, and I'm so grateful because I love them so much. I mean, as I said, I really love the PSP Go, but this one is so cool as well. I think actually this is the most comfortable handheld I've ever owned. The fact that it's like this, it might scare you off in the beginning, but I swear it's so comfortable. I don't know, I really like it. I like the design, I like the colors. It reminds me of candies, the fact that it's white and pink. I don't know if you can see the screen because the brightness is a bit low, but it can basically do anything a 3DS can, except for the 3D functionality thing. But it's basically like the same thing. You can play every 3DS game on this thing, which is awesome. And I have this thing right here that can hold up to 6 Nintendo games, Nintendo cartridges. And as you can see, I have Animal Crossing New Leaf, Cookie Mama Bon Appetit, and on the back I have New Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario 64 DS. I never finished this one, so I would really like to finish this one day. But yeah, this one I finished a bunch of times. It's probably my favorite Nintendo DS game. That's it, I think. These are all the Nintendo consoles I own. I don't have the Switch 1, I don't have the Switch 2. These are the only Nintendo consoles I've ever had, except for the Wii, which I showed in my home console collection video. And the main ones I use are the 2DS for obvious reasons, and the DSi, the black DSi, because it's in great conditions. So yeah, this is my handheld collection as of 2026. Maybe in the future I'm gonna do an update with some new additions. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Now I basically showed you every console I own, both home consoles and handhelds. So maybe the next thing will be my games. I have a bunch of games. I don't really know how that's gonna go, because it's like I have a few hundred games, like physical games. So I don't know if I should like divide them into like a video for each platform. That would be better, I think. Also, the video wouldn't be like 3 hours long if I do it like that. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. I do want to show all my games, but I still don't know how I'm gonna do that. So, but you will definitely see my physical game collection in the future. So stay tuned for that. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support, for all the comments, the likes, everybody that decided to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Ciao.